Hey, alright, Contrast again, and today, guys, I made another anime review, and this anime review is to Shogeki no Soma Season 3, Episode 1, guys, or Food Wars Season 3, Episode 1, guys. Guys, it's back. It's back! Guys, it's got Food Wars! Yeah, sorry, the way I done that is because right now it's 2 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, so I'm trying to be as close as I can, be as excited as I can. Yes, guys, Food Wars is back. Food fucking Wars is back. I've got to say this. The first episode was fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. We're already getting into major things that happen. Now, like for me, before I watched the episode, I actually watched episode 2 of season 2's OVA Shogeki no Soma Food Wars episodes. And because in this episode we get introduced to the Totsuki 10. The Totsuki 10. We get pretty much see the Totsuki 10 in this episode, technically. But for people who have not watched the OVA, I recommend, if you have not watched the episode, I recommend watch the OVA first, episode 2 of season 2's OVA series, and then go on this episode, because the episode actually focuses on events that come after what OVA 2, season 2, episode 2 of the OVA series is focused on. Because in the OVA, they actually meet, they got invited to this autumn's watching ceremony, where the people who passed, the people who got to the pretty much the autumn's I'm trying to get the autumn selection. You remember, guys, that the autumn selection from both season 1 and season 2. If you guys remember that, what they were doing pretty much nearly through all those 2 seasons. All the 10 people that succeeded to get into the semi-finals. Well, not get into the main tournament of can I get my words? God damn, my words are terrible. But to get to we got to pretty much participate in the main event of the autumn selections. They got invited to this autumn ceremony thing after to introduce so they can get the Shogeki 10 can get to know their underclassmen, and the underclassmen can get to know their upperclassmen. Now, Yukari, she's part of the Totsuki 10. She does, being cast as a first year, because only the first years have to go and meet them, because the Elite 10 are either usually second years to third years. That's usually what the Elite 10, the school year the Elite 10 are usually in. But, again, Yukari was an exception. So, technically, there's 11, I think. I might be wrong, many people there, but pretty much supposed to be. But the main people of they were on the election, including Yukari being first years, they now met up with the Elite 10, rest of the Totsuki 10. And one of them, that's Soma, in this episode, he's focusing on beating in this episode, because he challenges him to a Shogeki, is his name, trying to get his name back up, sorry guys. Okay, because I'm using the episode itself to help me to get names and stuff. As you guys know, that's what I do sometimes in these episodes. Here you go. His name is Kaga Torori. He is the, I think, 8th. Yep, he's the 8th seat of the Totsuki 10. He's ranked 8, pretty much. He is the loudmouth, and he's the loudmouth guy and the short guy. Like, the rude short guy. That's what he is. And Soma, because as he wants to become part of the Elite 10 as soon as possible, what he decided, he challenges any of the Elite 10 to a Shogeki so he can take their seats, because he wants to become part of the Elite 10 as soon as possible. Unfortunately, they all denied, and even including the ones he said, I preferably want to face year twos, because first up, they're only a year higher than him, so obviously he feels like he can beat them. Compared to the year 3, so obviously the higher ranked seats, who are the higher ranked seats that usually, and the way it looks like, the 1 to 5 seats are year 3. The way it looked like, the year 5 seats are 5 to 1 are the ones that are year 3 students, or grade 3 students. So obviously, Soma knows he can't just go out and try and face those guys yet, so he'd preferably face but the second years, unfortunately, the second years deny it. But what Kuga does say, I will accept your challenge if only if you can meet this certain condition. This certain condition is that you gonna challenge me on a dish that I'm gonna be inferior against him. In other words, Soma has to fight him on a dish what he truly believes, like Soma himself truly believes he can beat him at. In other words, a Chinese, and in this episode, we also find out that during this episode, the actual episode itself, and it goes back to the actual episode. In this actual episode, we find out that the school, after the autumn elections, they have a school festival, and it's called the Moon Festival, where pretty much customers from outside the school come in, and they get served the food that the students make for them, and they usually have to set up a booth and pretty much sell food to the customers, and it seems like it's a competition at the same time. Again, it's another competition. Like, we found out that first up, if you found out if your booth lose money, you end up getting expelled. Your booth, if you run a booth and your booth loses money, you get expelled. And I take it, not just you, but the people who are working at your booth, at that point. So, because you have to have people work at your booth as well if you want to try to beat them. Unless you're like Soma, who seems like he planned on facing them by himself, because he didn't know he had to form a group to face them out. And as he wants, unfortunately, as they are denied him, he wants to show himself to Kaga to see how good he is, and see if he can beat him in Chinese, and if he can beat him in Chinese in this festival. If he beats him in sales, because in the end of the festival, they found out they're gonna reveal the results of how much servings and how much money they earned from the Moon Festival, and they're gonna reveal it. So I think they're gonna go get ranked for how many servings / meal, much money they got, and he's seeing if he can beat Kagura in that in this festival, and if he does, he will then ask him again, I'm going to challenge you to Shogeki with Chinese food, because we found out Kagura, he's specialized in Chinese cuisine. So, and I've got to say this. Soma, oh my god. This is why I like Shogeki. He's a guy who doesn't back down, no matter how strong the opponent is. He'll put himself at higher, he will determined to improve himself. Even he does admit to himself right now he can't beat them. So he does need to improve. But that's the thing. He strives to improve. That's why he wants to face the strongest seats right now. And I gotta say this. All the other characters, I gotta say, just to see the other characters again. Oh my god, it's so good. But yeah, majority of the episode is focused on preparation to start the Moon Festival. The Moon Festival, aka the Skull Festival. So, and Soma aiming to beat Kogura so he can face him in the Shokugeki. And we found out he doesn't need to just face him for the seat. He mentioned in the OVA, he also mentions that he's not going to face him for the seat, because if he doesn't, because right now he just wants to face him in the Shogeki. He doesn't care much about the seat yet. He does care a bit. He does care a bit, obviously, but he sees taking one of the seats as a minor thing. The thing he wants to do is to take them on in a Shogeki. That's all he wants to do. And obviously he doesn't know, but anything else, even though he might prefer to get in the seat, he'll be alright for any other condition. As long as he gets a chance to do a Shogeki against them, he'll be alright if he has to be expelled, if he has to, or they have to own them something, or any of those kind of things. Any other condition, he's alright doing no matter what. He just wants to have Shogeki with one of the Elite 10, and that's what he's trying to do in this episode, and tries to judge, and he pretty much tries to think where he wants to put his booth. Like, we found out that, where Kage wants, he's going to place his booth at the most popular section, like the most high-class section, where all the, more known people go, like, pretty much the location where the Elite 10 usually goes to serve the dishes, because that's where the best of the best usually be. And what Soma does, he goes there, at the booth, right next to the Elite 10 of Shogeki, so, because Arena, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to remember, where Arena tells, when Arena was talking to Soma, he realized, he was talking about the past of what happened again, because they would we know Arena, she hates Soma's guts. We know Arena, she hates Soma's guts. Even though she's part of the Elite 10, obviously I think she can tell that Soma, he's gonna be trouble for her, and possibly he might take the seat above her or something. So obviously she hates his guts. But so obviously every time she talks to Soma, she's like bickering. But then Soma, obviously, being Soma, he doesn't give a damn. He just like, okay, so what? Or like, oh great, I don't care. Like, obviously, all that is actual personality, but it's quite funny. And he gets him, and he starts talking about how many times he interacted with Arena, and he realized that during the summer camp they were on, he realized that one of the biggest advantages he had is that perform cooking. You guys remember correct? During the this boot camp, he was right next to Arena at the stall, but he was not getting good sales until near the end, and he was able to pass because the dish he chose couldn't be done. It was a egg souffle. It was an egg almond souffle, and the thing is, as a souffle left over time, it would deflate. It would lose its bounciness it usually has. So what someone does, is that he cooks it in front of the customers and presents it to everyone, while he and shows his cooking off to, and make the smells of the ingredients soaking in to bring customers in, and of course he was able to serve his dishes, and that's what someone decides to do, and that's why he puts it. And plus also, Nukuri being a popular, having her reputation, because another thing that would get customers to your store is if you got the person who's running the store, or in this case running the booth, is quite known. If they're quite known, obviously the people want to go to places to people who are quite known, because they would be to know that their food is going to be fantastic. The thing is that there's one backfire to it. For someone who is not known, who's technically the underdog, as Soma being the underdog, like a cook who is surprisingly fucking good at cooking, but he's not known. And it was the underdog, the one no one's even not going to realize he's such a good chef, because people prefer going to the most popular chef. But the thing is, as his asset is to show off his cooking, to perform cook, he knows he can bring in custom scenes, but still, if he's nowhere near the most popular ones, he definitely knows not everyone's gonna be there to get his servings. He'll get a good amount, but definitely not enough to beat the Elite 10. That's obviously why he puts the booth he chooses to be at is a booth that is right next to one of the Elite 10, the one he wants to challenge, Kagura. And so the customers at Kagura's place, who plan on going to Kagura's place already at Kagura's, can smell his food, see how he performs, and they can convince them to come to his store and get his to order his food and try his food and pretty much get the sales he needs. And that's pretty much what the episode is about, pretty much. That's what Soma is pretty much planning to do, and what the episode is pretty much about. Soma preparation for this first episode, introduction of the third season, revealing the Shogeki 10, we see them, and also what Soma is planning on doing for the festival, planning on doing for the Moon Festival against Kagura. And yeah, and that's all I've got to say. And guys, anime review. The animation, I've got to say, the animation, fantastic as always. The animation for this series is fucking good. The food gasms, fucking good as usual. And yeah, and guys, hope you guys like it. Anyway, guys, that's all got. That's my anime review to Shogeki no Soma Season 3, Episode 1, guys. I hope you guys like it. Look on chat fans. Stay every guys in the fan mail down below. And yeah, hope you guys like it. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. Wow.